Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to episode 31 of my Minecraft hardcore Let's Play on 1.21 point something. I can't remember at this point, but the new version still isn't here with Optifine, so it is what it is. We'll get to it when we get to it. But yeah, in the last episode, we finally fixed and finished our underwater automatic tree farm. Very, very exciting. Again, I am so sorry there's only been one episode a week, guys. I've been super busy on my server, rainy day. Our new season actually comes out tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time. So 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, the new season comes out. So I would love, love, love to see you guys on there. It would mean the world if you would come on there and just play and support me by playing. That would be absolutely incredible. I didn't ask people to subscribe this whole series, but I will ask you to come try out my Skyblock server. You can play it on Java and Bedrock. Any version of Minecraft works. And if you want any info, it's going to be down in the description below. So make sure you join the Discord so you don't miss anything. Thank you, guys. Okay, so I have a list of things that I want to get done in the next few episodes. I doubt we'll get all of this done in one episode because it's pretty big stuff. So like redoing the Guardian Farm, that's probably a whole episode affair. Underwater Turtle Sanctuary of Greatness, or the UTSOG. Absolutely love that, because we had the Cherry Blossom Cow Sanctuary of Greatness, which was a bunch of cows in a cherry blossom biome. So I think having an underwater turtle sanctuary of greatness would be amazing. So I kind of want to do that one, but I just don't. It's going to require like getting turtles here and then building a big thing underwater, and it's going to require a lot. So maybe not. And then obviously the underwater bee farm. Sorry, I gotta adjust my microphone boom arm. I don't really know what you do with bees. I know you can get honey and honey blocks and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm really not sure. I saw a comment too that was saying I'm using my elytra too much, and I kind of agree with that. I really do think we're using it a little bit too much, because it was supposed to be used for only like very long trips and very long flights. But somewhere along the way, I just started using it a lot, and I don't really know why. I think it was just a matter of convenience when we're in the middle of building a project, but I don't really plan on using it a lot. In fact, we'll go ahead and we'll just put it up, right? That way we don't end up using it. And I'm going to put up my bow. I don't have any arrows in my inventory anyways, and I don't really plan on like doing any big fights or anything like that, so I think it'll be okay. One thing we did get is maybe this is a sign. We did get a beehive from the last time I think I harvested this once off camera. I've been so busy this week that I honestly cannot tell you what I did last week. I don't know, but I love being busy. I think that's when I'm thriving, is when I'm always having stuff to work on and having and running my own server. You know, we are in the top 20 servers in the US that are non-corporate owned servers. So that is definitely something to be proud of. We work very, very hard. Okay, so I'm going to take Bullet, and I'm going to go scout out where the turtles are, and we're going to figure out how to get them here. But I guess before we get them here, shouldn't we have the area for the turtles, right? That would make the most sense. So before we do any of that, and we get too lost, where do we want to put that? In my opinion, it needs to be a fairly large structure. I don't think it needs to be super tall, but I do think it needs to be pretty large. So let's go back to our chest room, and let's grab a method to get outside of here. I'm kind of excited about this. I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous because I don't know where it's going to go, and I don't know how big it's going to be. It's going to be, it's definitely going to be one of those projects where we look back on it and we're going to be like, what did we do? I don't want it to be in between here. Oh, my dog is licking her leg. I was wondering why her paw was like moving on my foot. You know, I actually have a pretty good idea of where I want to put it. Someone keeps telling me to fix the something pathway and I don't know what they're saying. Fix the something. I mean, some of these pathways are 1 wide, some are 2 wide. Like, I don't really know. They're like, fix the, oh. Aha. I do see what you're telling me to fix now. Thank you. I still do read every single comment, by the way. I don't know if you guys believe me, but I really, really do. I'm like, back like 3.75 years at this point. So I'm almost 4 years back in all of my comments. Which I think is an incredible thing. I really do enjoy hearing from everybody. Yeah, I didn't realize this was like this. I guess this was like this since the beginning. We use Silk Touch and just break this. Shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. Cool. Okay, so that's fixed. So hopefully whoever was telling me to fix that is now happy. Yeah, so if we're going to do a cherry blossom, because I think what I need to do is I need to get out, but I'm trying to figure out a good place to get out. I'm going to actually put a door like right. I'm going to put it right here. I know it's kind of a silly spot for it, but I think I want to build it like, see, I say that, but I want to expand the trading hall at some point, and have like stick traders and stuff. So over there is going to be kind of reserved for that. Oh, well, we have this whole open area over here, and I don't want it to be like entirely flat, and it does need to have some water features, which is going to be interesting. So maybe we'll build it like out here, and we could build the path to it like right in the middle of here. That could be cool. We would just have to find an area that's like 3 blocks in the middle of this. So like maybe like these blocks here. So this would be the 3, and then this would be like the tunnel on the side. And that's not too close to either one. No, it would come within, 2 blocks there, and it's already 2 blocks there. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, cool. So we have the area kind of designated for it. So what I'm going to do, since I've built so many of these structures, and I feel like you guys just... At what point... At what point did I have a door underwater here? When would I have had this? I guess I filled up this area at some point. I don't remember, but I guess we did. As evident by the fact that we literally did. Interesting. So you guys have seen me build these tunnels and things. And I don't want to bore you too much. I feel like I've been doing a lot of the same thing. And I actually do need a door, so this is kind of it's kind of perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate your donation to the Underwater Turtle Sanctuary of Greatness, the UTSOG. Underwater Turtles, UTSOG, yes. Okay, so it'll go right there, and it'll go behind there. So I'm going to build most of this just kind of, off camera, because I feel like you guys have seen enough. So when I come back, you'll see the tunnel, and then we'll build the structure, and then the fun part's going to be getting the turtles into here. Now, luckily for me, all of the project materials I'm going to need, minus, like, the glass, we're probably going to need... Yeah, we'll probably have to go get more glass, which is so funny, because we spent the last episode getting so much glass, but... Probably going to need some more glass, but yeah, everything's just nice and conveniently placed in these shulker boxes, so it works out great. Okay, well, let me build the tunnel, and yeah, then we'll come back. I guess I should have my sponge box out, but to be honest with you, I'm probably just going to, plop these guys like right here, and then we'll have a perfect little work area. Look at that. And then we can take this out, break this, and then just like move it over, and we literally have the perfect work area. Nobody can tell me differently. So we have the blue. Yes, yes, yes. This. I'm trying to remember everything we need. Then we need sponges, obviously, to drain it out. And we probably want to build another door, but it's okay. But you guys know what I'm doing, right? I mean, we're just building the same thing where you do this, and then we build the frame around it. Nothing fancy, but everything we've done before. And we're going to build it all the way out to, like... this one will probably go on, like, the corner, right? So it'll go... I guess we can do the planning on camera. That way, you guys know what we're doing. You don't come back and you're like, "What? What did you do, dude? You finished this whole thing without showing me anything?" I don't want any part of the series to be like that. But so I think it'll go into like the corner here, right? So maybe even back a little bit more. Okay, so the path will go into the corner. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to line this thing up. I still love having respiration underwater, dude. I can't tell you how nice it is to not have to worry about drowning. I mean, you still can drown. It's just pretty unlikely. Right, and so this will be the corner. So like I said, I want it to be fairly large, but it doesn't need to be very tall. So it'll be like this big, right? But I don't know if I don't think I want it to be a square. I think I want it to be... I was gonna say in the shape of a turtle, but looking at a turtle in my head, I'm like, yeah, let's maybe not do that. I feel like that would end up just not working out super well. But if we don't want it to be a circle, what would it be? Or a circle or a square? I guess we could just have like edges that are different shapes. I know the bee farm is gonna be. I think this is probably gonna be a box. Probably, unless we want to like cut one of the corners off. But what corner would we cut off? I don't know. But what I'm going to need to do is fill in this area. The reason this is here is this is going to be the edge of the wall, right? So this is going to be like dark prismarine because this is the edge of the wall. And then obviously this is the other edge of the wall. like that. And then this is the other edge of the tunnel. Okay. So let me build this entire thing, or at least the tunnel to it, and then we'll come back and show it. I'm sure I'll flatten this out, and I'm going to have to fill this in with sand anyway, so see you in a bit. Okay, I always feel like this is the most exciting part, which is draining this thing out. So we'll just kind of, especially since it's like a tunnel, we can drain it out with just very few sponges. I don't know what my person is doing. I think they're swimming. They've decided to go for a little swim in the middle of work day. What are you doing? You're crazy, guy. All right. And, yeah, these tunnels are a little bit taller. I remember we built our, this is our entrance tunnel to our base. So, of course, it was going to be a little bit taller. But I do totally know what that person meant. I did start flying around a lot. And I always said that's what kind of started making me get bored, is I would have an elytra. And it felt like, you didn't have to put any effort into getting anywhere. And, journeys didn't feel the same. I don't have my hoe when I need it, but it's okay. We'll just break it by hand. Not too many. I did grab sea lanterns. So I did have the foresight that we're going to need to light this up. There they are, all 42 in all of their glory. And I don't know, we'll probably do like every 2 because I really want the turtles to feel safe in here, man. And our base is already kind of laggy, and I think a lot of that is the item frames, but we're gonna have a lot of turtles. Whenever I do this, I usually go a little bit crazy with the amount. So there we go. Okay, and now the next step, of course, is going to be the actual turtle sanctuary. Now, I don't know, again, exactly how this is going to go in terms of, like, the shape. So I'll just kind of have to figure that out for myself as I go. I don't want to say that it's going to be any particular shape, but I feel like a square is boring. Everything we have is kind of like a square. This is Minecraft after all, but there are more shapes than squares. I'm just trying to think, do we want it to have some like sort of verticality? Probably not, because we actually want to use the seafloor. We want it to have a little bit of variance on the bottom, have some sand and stuff like that. And of course, ironically, it's going to have a water pool, which I think is probably the funniest part of this whole thing. Probably just going to move these over here so I don't have to like travel the world every time I want to use these. I still can't believe we got full netherite. You see what I mean? It's like so laggy over here. Even if I turn my render distance down to like 4 chunks, right? So I could see like 2 feet. I mean, it is better, but also I don't like that. Maybe when we're not exploring, we'll do 16 chunks. And after it loads, is it still any better? It's actually a little bit better. So maybe we'll do like 16 chunks whenever we're not exploring. I like 32, but I think that's a little, that like the Distant Horizons mod or whatever. I think that's a little bit overconfident in my machine. My machine is actually getting a little old. You may say, well, Neo, you have a 3090, right? But you gotta remember, 3090 is now like 5 years old. And not that means it's, like crappy or something, but it just, whenever you're recording, I play on a 4K monitor, so it's a really high resolution monitor, and I have to do like, I don't know. It just doesn't work out too well sometimes. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of make a random shape. I don't really know. I genuinely don't. I'm not like trying to do something too crazy. But I really feel like if I keep just doing squares, it's going to end up feeling, I don't know, not as special. So I'm just going to kind of like make it more organic of a shape, if that makes sense. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it's going to turn out looking like, but you'll see it when it's when I guess we're probably going to drain it. So it'll go like over here and have like a little curve, and then maybe, I don't know, but then it's not as big. I want it to be huge. This is the classic struggle, man. The classic struggle. It's probably just going to be a square. I don't know. Find out when I come back. Okay, so I came up with this shape, and I think this is pretty good. It's not a square, which I'm very happy about. And I think the only part that I might change is like right here, because I feel like it's too like, yes, I know I'm drowning. Yes, I'll be okay. Maybe like this right here, just to like, jut out a little bit. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, let's cease the drownage. And now we get to do the glass. Now, the tricky part is I'm not sure, on the corners of the, builds that I have, obviously, like, every corner has, like, an area that goes up. And you can see this one, like, what I'm talking about, like, right here, right? You see it's like a corner. It goes up with the prismarine bricks. But on the round ones, I'm not so sure how it's going to work. I also know that I don't have nearly enough glass for this, not even remotely close. So I'm probably just going to I don't know. Either we'll adventure and go get glass, or I want to see if, you know, potentially there's enough left. We did check our glass shulker. Yeah, we checked that, right? I am going to go just fill up my inventory with glass, because I feel like that's probably the best option here. This armor looks so good, dude. Look at us, man. Look at us, dude. We look so nice. I didn't realize how good the trimmed armor looked. Like, I really didn't. Okay, how much glass is actually in here? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Yeah, well, at least we have glass panes. Thank God. Everyone loves glass panes. So I'm thinking a boat to get the turtles over here, but I don't know if that actually works or not. It will be an interesting adventure. Let's just put it that way. I don't know. I would assume every entity can get in a boat, it seems like. So I would assume that that works, but I just don't know. You just never know for sure. Okay, so again, I think I want to do like a roof that's not flat, which means a few things. First, what it means is that it's going to be an absolute pain to drain, which is okay. It's not like that's the end of the world or anything. I'm just, you know, but if I go up, I don't know. We'll just have to see. I guess the base height, because the tunnel is like this, is going to have to be probably like, oh man, yeah, I don't know if we want to make the base height that tall. It would definitely be a little bit tricky, but I think the base height is just going to have to be like this high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, wish me luck. Leave a like on this video. This is going to be a lot. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I think there is zero benefit to doing a roof that's like that. Yes, it can look cool, but we're not going to have like trees in here. It's just like a flat beachy kind of area. So I feel like this is okay. And if this is okay, the one unfortunate part is that I probably have to break the top layer of glass potentially. I think we can honestly get away with just doing this, just like covering the top of it. Not that that's like a bad approach or anything, but you know, usually the structures that the tunnel is going into are a little bit bigger. And I think it would be appropriate that on top of it, it's like that. Yeah, it's not the prettiest thing right there, but honestly, I think it's fine. If I'm okay with it, then it'll be okay, because I'm usually pretty particular about that stuff. Yeah, I was just thinking on this thing, I was like, first of all, making like a domed roof is difficult. I did see, someone explained it to me in the comments. Whenever we were building that dome right there, if you want to build a dome, you do the same thing you're doing for a circle, but you do that in the opposite, like, in the opposite plane, right? So if you build a circle by putting like 3 and then 2 and then 1 or whatever, you do like 3, 2, 1. And I've thought about it in my head. I haven't actually built one yet, but I would assume that that works beautifully. Oh my, I forgot we have haste 2 here. No wonder I keep breaking everything so fast. It also makes the glass a lot quicker to break, doesn't it? I mean, that would make sense that it makes, I don't know if we'll have enough glass for this. We shall see, but I'm not thinking so. Also, why is there like just some shards in here? What is that from? We can just yoink those out of there. They're just taking up room they don't need to be. Yeah, do I break? I do break glass quicker. Oh, that's nice. It is actually nice. I'm not being like, oh, that's nice in a bad way. It is nice because sometimes glass can just take a very long time to break. Like I said, I'd come back when I'm done, but I have skipped most things, right? Like I haven't really shown a bunch. Okay, well, I'm going to fill the top with glass, then we'll drain it, then we'll figure out how to get the turtles in here. that should be an exciting part. I don't know how that's going to work. I also don't know how we're going to decorate it, so you just have to see. Okay, this should be the last little bit of glass for the ceiling, and now we're sealed off. I don't know if I want to flatten out. I kind of want to keep the natural, like, ocean floor. It will make this difficult. I think all the coral and stuff will disappear. That makes sense. But we're going to have to build a little, like, underwater part in the middle, which, again, I just think that's so ironic and funny. But we'll figure it out. I already know this is not going to be enough sponge, so before I disappoint myself and have to stop in the middle of the drain, I'm going to get my toolbox out. It is a mending tool, but it's getting pretty low. It's definitely getting pretty low. I'll probably just grab the other sponge out here just so we have it. And yeah, I'm going to go to the nether. I'm going to dry this stuff out. And yeah, I'll come back when we're breaking it. That's always the best part to watch anyways. So yeah, I know like a lot of you that watch single player Minecraft in general, you've never played on a server, but Rainy Day has actually been a lot of people's first servers. Just because I don't know, it's like a really friendly community. I mean, they're all people from my channel that play, so it's a really friendly community. And I think we've lost a few sponges. But yeah, this is a lot of people's like first server, which makes me so happy. I'll be making a series on it as I do every season, so if you don't know how to play and you want to follow along with me, you can feel free. I keep talking about it because it's what's on my mind. It comes out literally tomorrow, so I'm pretty like scatterbrained thinking about it. So if we make any mistakes in here, just blame the server, not me. But yeah, I'm very proud to own a server like that. I really truly am. Okay. Like I said, I come back during the fun part, which is the draining, but this is I don't know how this is gonna go. We're just gonna, I guess, just try our best. And you see what I mean? We've literally drained nothing. I don't think it works. I think we're gonna have to divide it out, because we could go through the sponges, like all of them, doing this, and it just will never work. And you can even try to drain like crazy. Like you could swim, but then like it stops you from swimming. It's just kind of funny. It's not even frustrating. It's just funny how the water works in Minecraft. Like what have we accomplished? So over here we've drained one layer. That's pretty much it. We've just drained one layer. And then you'd think, well, okay, if I click over here where there's like multiple layers, will this fix it? Like, no. Even if you like spam click and go crazy, like it just doesn't. You know what I mean? Maybe this is working, but I don't think so. I mean, look, we're fighting a war against water that just infinitely regenerates itself. I think it's a losing battle every time. But it is kind of fun, because usually you don't have this much sponge. Actually, you know what? We've made good progress. You know, less than you'd think, but we have actually done decently. Maybe if we just go crazy in the middle over here. You see, it's starting to regenerate from like... Oh, no. We actually did pretty good. Kind of. Well, that's all our sponge. I don't think... Let's see. Is there anywhere I can stand? Like over here? Yeah, so I mean... It's kind of hard to see in here, but over here, look, we've drained a good bit. Oh, okay, nice. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Well, so if we go and we dry all this sponge again, which is just kind of enjoyable to do in general, then I think we'll have a winner. It was 64, 64, and 51, I believe. 64, 64, and 51. Like, there was 2 stacks, and then there was a stack of 51 sponge. That's how I'll know if I lose any. I think it used to be 54 instead of 51. I think that's why did I just say 54? I don't know. But I used to have a stack of 54. Which is kind of a shame. I lost 3 sponge somewhere. Probably in the war with the water here. Fighting the water. Oh my gosh. This is so much fun. Whoa, I still have 16 sponge. Oh, I guess some of the sponge that I placed was like... I guess not actually in the water, because I was spamming it. Did this help at all? And if anything, it just made it harder to gather the sponge. I guess it did technically help a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if there's any sponge that we get, we'll for sure, like, use it. I just don't. I feel like most of it is just floating up here on some layer. Maybe we should leave it like this, where half of it is just filled up and the other half is not. Okay, well, I'll come back when all the sponge is ready to be placed again. I'll show you the next fight, the next battle of water. Well, it would appear as though I've lost 1 sponge, which is unfortunate, but we can always get more. I don't know where the sponge went. I looked for a while in there for it. I could not find it. So it is what it is, but maybe we'll get it back once we drain all the water out. I think we probably will get it back. But like, I don't know. I don't see it like floating anywhere, like unless it's just in some weird corner or something, which is probably where it is. But I'm gonna try to like, again, I don't know the best course of action for this kind of stuff. Especially once you're like, you don't have anything on the ceiling. Maybe it's like fighting it like this, where you like go like little layer by layer. But you see it like regenerates itself. It's so weird. Try to explain this to a physicist, huh? The self-regenerating, self-propagating water of greatness. If the world had this, it would be a much better place. I'll put it that way. Maybe try it on the edges, but I think the water's still above it. No, it's actually worked. Okay, cool. But it's mainly this area because it's so tall. Like, what do you do? Maybe you just go... I guess that works, sure. We have so much that usually I think maybe it's more of a pain. I don't know. Okay, cool. And maybe we can put like some torches down over here so that it's not so dark. Aha! We're making good progress now. I've always loved sponges ever since they added them. For a while, they were in the game, but there was no way to get them. I don't know if any of the OGs out there remember that. They added sponges, but there was no way to get them. So you just, you didn't have them. But you could use them in creative. And then they added them to the game. I was like, or added them to survival. I was so happy. I think we're about done. Oh, I thought that was my last sponge. I was like, nah, bro, we're so close. We're so close. Yes, dude. Just the last few. Are we done? I think it's drained, dude. The turtle sanctuary, underwater turtle sanctuary of greatness is now complete, kind of. We still have to build a whole underwater area, which again is just the most ironic thing ever. That we have an underwater area, but we need to make an underwater area. But it is what it is, I think the irony definitely helps, especially since nobody needs this many turtles. But these turtles, oh, it makes me sad. These turtles are gonna have the best life, I assure you. Much kelp, seagrass, and whatever else they want. Maybe they want bamboo. I don't know what they want. I really don't. Does anybody know what turtles want? I actually don't. What do sea turtles eat? Like kelp? I guess there's kelp in the game. Okay, so 64, 64, and 51. I'm really hoping that it was just somewhere in here like wonky, and now that there's no water in here, it just like magically reappears. That's a little oh no, why can't... Oh. So it would take 5 more to get this stack to 64. So we're actually missing 2 sponge. Okay, so so just think about this as 64, these 2 stacks. So 60, so we're still missing that 1 sponge. I have no idea where it went. I mean, like, I like maybe like it's like over here somehow. No, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. I just didn't anticipate that. It's not floating up there. I was like, what is that? But that's my creeper farm. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I guess we lost 1, but it's okay. We've had this sponge for a long time. It's definitely served us a lot of good, so I'm not like super upset about it. We don't have any sand. Okay, well, I have a feeling that if I had sand, I would have smelted it into glass, but I'll go check. But I'm pretty sure we just got a bunch of sand, didn't we? And I highly doubt I've kept any of it. No, okay, we have a little bit. I say a little bit. We have a lot. I don't know if we'll need this much, but again, we have to make an underwater area, which I'm going to grab another water bucket for because I know I'm going to need it. And now we have infinite water. That's going to be the most interesting part. Making it. We could have like an underwater cave in there. We could have all sorts of stuff. I just don't. Let's start with just an underwater ocean kind of portion. But we have to make like a beach, okay? And I think the beach should be like fairly wide, right? But then the ocean also needs to be like pretty wide. I know for sure there's going to be at least 3 blocks. So we can go ahead and put these like 3 here. Right. Okay. And obviously like the front, I kind of want to be a little bit wider. Yeah. So again, this is the beach that the turtles hang out on. The turtles need a beach. It's like literally their home. So they have to have it. Just kind of mirroring the outside here. Okay. And then the only part that's like too thin is like over here. So we can kind of like thicken it up a little bit. Maybe go in like right here, just to kind of mirror that. Yeah, I think the turtles would be happy to have this big of a beach and then have an ocean I'm putting air quotes in real life, but an ocean in here. So we'll just torch it up for now. Obviously, we'll do a different kind of light, but for now, we'll torch it up. And then, see, I kind of want to just go like straight down with it, which is bad, but I don't know how else to like, I guess we could gradually go down, but it's not going to end up being very deep. And I think the turtles are smart enough. So if we're going to do that, we need to go ahead and fill it in. Which the irony here is just insane, right? It actually is just insane. We're just kind of multiplying it because this makes sense. Okay, just don't think about it. It makes sense, okay? And then it just like magically makes itself. I'm sorry if you guys hear my room, but again, every time I ask about it, you guys can't ever hear it, so I just let it go now. I feel like it doesn't matter. I mean, you guys never hear it, so. And, you know, we got 3 cats and a dog. So, definitely can be a little hairy sometimes. That's why we need that Roomba going. Okay, there we go. So, now we have an ocean. I say we have an ocean. And what I was saying was, I want to make it, like, deep. Right? I don't want to make it, like, gradually go deep. Because there's just not enough room for that. So, maybe, like, make this 3 wide there. Because it looks a little weird. Okay. The Roomba choosing to go in here. Am I the chosen one? About to find out. I might be the chosen one, guys. I never will understand, like, the pattern. The Roomba, I'm sure, has patterns. It, like, maps your house. It's really cool. I think I've talked about it so much. I just think it's so... I just remember in a kid, I don't know if it was, like, on an airplane or something, I got shown a Roomba in a magazine, and I just thought it was, like, the most insane thing ever. It was, like, in one of those magazines, remember, like, the, like, fancy electronics, like, magazine? They used to have them... I can't remember what it was called. And I just remember seeing that in there and being like, what? There's a robot vacuum? Is that real? And that was back when they just ran into stuff. And that's how they learned, like, hey, I shouldn't go there. Because every time I go there, I bump my head. So maybe I should go the other way. Just kind of like how AI works. It's, you know, just like a reward. Like, oh, this answer's right, thumbs up. That's how AI training works. In very, very simplified terms. Very, very simplified terms. Okay, well, I'm going to dig this thing down again. Can I insta-break when I'm underwater? Oh, that's so nice, dude. Insta-break underwater is, well, I'm tearing up right now, bro, but I don't think it's because of the insta-break. It's because of the Roomba. Okay. See, I don't know about that. That shouldn't be a, yeah, that looks better. Again, I don't want it to be like, you know, like over here, like maybe... That is a little better because it kind of mirrors that area right there. Perfect. Can we water it? Yes, we can. Can we take one? Yes, only if we fill the block below it. Don't ask questions. It's how the game works. And like I said, I want this thing to be pretty deep, which, you know, that's what the sand is for. It's going to be a little tricky to fill in, but I think I'll just leave the layer of stone below the initial layer of sand. I want the turtles to be able to explore, dude. I want them to have fun. Oh, is the haste? Oh, the haste is only over here. But if I move over here, you know, you get the haste for like 15 seconds. But I guess the beacon's range is only over to here. I still think it's so dope that we have a beacon. Like, it's just something I don't usually get. Okay, so if I want to do this correctly, I'm going to probably just go around the edge. Nah, bro, I trust myself. I'm just gonna get a little too trigger happy with this. I'm in the nether, breaking netherrack. Just close your eyes. You're breaking netherrack, but you're actually breaking stone this fast. You know, I was kind of disappointed in the beacon because of the deep slate thing, but now that I'm actually like building more stuff on my base, I totally love this beacon. I kind of want to get another one so that we can get like jump boost and. I don't know about speed. I think Steve is pretty fast already. I'm not so sure about the whole speed thing. I don't really need to be any quicker. Good God, it's a lot of stone. It is a lot of stone. But to be fair, we've had you know, times where we're like out of stone. So I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna be upset about it. We also can't pick any of it up, but it's okay. We can get it quick again. Okay, we know we can get it quick again. Okay, now beyond this deep, I don't think it needs to be any deeper. I think 6 blocks is perfectly fine. if it goes any deeper, then like I'm afraid the turtles are gonna get stuck, and I don't want them to get stuck. But if we went deeper, we could have little like underwater groves of like little sand like bars underwater. That could be really cool. But also, how would you block the water off? They would have to be like too wide, and then it would look like garbage. So maybe not. Okay. Okay. I feel like it's satisfying to see someone get done with something like this, but then, oh no. It's gonna, to be fair, it's gonna be sand on the bottom anyways. Oh, we lost the beacon effect. And there we go. Okay, it is now this many blocks deep. I feel like that's, you know, like ocean deep, especially for, you know, the size, right? It's not like exponentially large. So I am actually gonna do one more layer, because we're gonna fill it with sand. Because I like this depth. I don't want to like, you know, mess with that. And this takes like 2 seconds. And then the next step is going to be breaking the walls up to this point. So like breaking them like this, right? And then filling them up with sand. And then filling this with sand too. I know like the edges of the ocean, you know, are technically for some, you know what? Maybe not. But also at this point, it's now... Yep, that's the decision because I don't have smooth stone and I'm so lazy I'm not going to go grab it. I think it's better as sand anyways. I know that like the edges of the ocean can sometimes not be sand, but I feel like in this case specifically, I'm going to like it to be sand. So I'm going to fill in the floor with sand and then the walls with sand, and now I'll come back because this is taking a while. Yep. See you in a bit. Okay, now if I'm not mistaken, I have a box called the Rocks box, and I feel like, yeah, the Rocks box. Was it filled with cobblestone? No. So look. Now we have, that was the weirdest sheep noise I've ever heard. It's like 10 of them decided to like, what are they called? Is it called bleeding, right? Bleat? Like bleat? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I don't know if that's how you spell it, but I'm pretty sure it's like sheep bleat. It's just a weird noise. I'm pretty sure they did it like all at once, which made it especially like, I don't know, odd. Okay, well I just wanted to like say that because yeah, we have the Rocks box. We can just fill it up like that. Okay, well I got the floor done. Now to do the walls. Okay, so I have put sea lanterns on the beach in here and down in here. And it'll look a lot better once I actually like grow this stuff. And I'm breaking this last layer because obviously the sand would have fallen and made it much more difficult. So what I'm going to do is see if this looks good. Like to have like a little bit of like, you know, gap down to the water where it's kind of like in line with the water more. Like this. Maybe this looks a little better. To like have a little like lip. I don't think so. Because the beach in here is already pretty small. So I think I'm going to fill it in. And the Roomba just ran over. It like runs over the leg of my desk sometimes. It just goes like... Because like the brush on the bottom and like the wheels, like it starts burning out. Burning rubber. Okay. There we go. I like this. And our inventory isn't full, so we can go ahead and grab all this junk. Do not need to be looking at this. And yeah, so the next step is going to be grabbing bone meal, which we should have more than enough of, I would think. I am going to put sand in there. I know it's kind of a bad thing to do, I guess. I don't know. It had been 5 minutes, so everything disappeared out of there. And we can go ahead and take up all this stuff. We're not going to need it. You know, one thing I don't have in this box, the shulker box of crafting table, I'm going to put that in there. Not because I don't want to have to put it up, but because I legitimately always need one, and I have to go grab it from somewhere. I guess it would be in my EDC box, which, yeah, that's true. But also, I don't want to have to put this down if I just need to grab it. We already have a bucket in there, but maybe having another auxiliary bucket would be good. That's my bundle of bundles, right? Yes, that's my bundle of bundles. I don't know why we have it, but we keep a bundle full of other bundles. It makes sense if you don't think about it, okay? Just don't. Why am I taking that out of there? What in the world has this guy gotten himself into? Okay, so Turtle Sanctuary of Greatness is now officially open when I break all this glass, which is taking longer than I thought. So it's now officially, open. Haha, looks pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do now is obviously make it. Like, it doesn't look very good yet because there's nothing in there. So what do turtles want to do? You have to ask yourself this. What do they want to do? Well, they probably want to live a life of luxury. And, you know, you're saying to yourself, Neo, they're turtles. What the heck are you talking about? Well, before the turtles even get here, I want them to experience luxury like they've never experienced before. Now, you're asking yourself, dude, what does that mean? Please be quiet. I'm not going to be quiet because I think you need to witness this. The greatness that these turtles are about to experience has never been witnessed before. They are going to live a life that only the turtles of past have dreamt of. I don't know. But the turtles are going to live a pretty dang good life. We'll put it that way. Okay. They're going to live a pretty dang good life. And actually, I don't know if I want to use the crimson wood. Because to me, it will look weird if it's like crimson wood. I don't know. What can you grow on that? I know you can grow bamboo. We really only, really. You know what? It is. I'm just trying to think, what can you like grow on? I mean, you could put dead bushes, but I feel like bamboo would look good-ish. We could cap it with like string if we want to like make it not grow all the way. I think it would be okay if it grew all the way. I'm just doing this so I can like actually get more of it. Because I kind of would like some more. Can you grow? Thank you. I like how I broke it from the top down. Like I'm playing on rainy day to get all the study points. No study points here. Okay. So we'll let this stuff grow, or we'll bone meal it like a little bit. It doesn't really matter. Again, this is just like a little bit of ambiance. It's not going to be super common. Just kind of around here. Maybe one over here. Because I don't want to like grow trees in here. First of all, the height will not be... it just won't really be possible. We'll do one over here and then one more like right here. Okay. Already looks a little bit more alive. Now, obviously, we got to do this. I mean, like, duh. Right? Like, this has to be like an underwater paradise. We're not... Oh, we're already out of bone. Oh, man. We at least got to get the whole, like, bottom of it done. Okay. Obviously, we need to go get more bone meal. And the funny part is I have a skeleton farm. I just can't remember which base that it's at. I think it's at my third outpost. Okay, well, let's make the journey out to there. And let's go grab... I'm going to grab a little bit of crimson planks as well. And I kind of want to repair all my tools because they're looking a little shabby. Like if I go in here and I grab like... Oh, the hoe is literally in my hand. Okay. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. I broke my floor. I love the haste, but it does mean I do a couple accidental breaks here and there, but that's okay. I want to repair everything. So we're going to go to the end farm. We're going to do like a big adventure. We're going to do the end farm. We're going to grab a few blocks, and then we have to do the biggest adventure, which is grabbing the turtles. Which I totally didn't forget about that. No, I did not forget about that. I know exactly how we're going to get the turtles, totally, 100%. And we may take an elytra to do that, because if we take bullet, we can't get bullet back in a boat. What am I doing? We can't take bullet back in a boat, so I don't want to do that. I really don't. I still do at some point want to make our mine carts, like, better. Because they're just a little wonky right now. Please don't. Please don't. Thank you. Very, very appreciative the gas did not shoot me. Because then I got to get my rail box out. And I don't know what happened to my rail box, but I think a lot of the rails are gone. I think it's from our tree farm, probably. But that's good about... What's in here? Actually, I do need some more warped logs. We will get them from in here. The perfect spot. One of these. Oh, no. Okay. Nope. How far are you going to go? Are you just going to go off the edge there? Okay, that's fine. Did not realize there was a lava fountain right next to me. We'll just get like a stack or something. I'm going to have to sneeze. I swear to God. Hey! Hey, we made it. A little bit of fall damage, but we made it. Nether is so beautiful with these biomes, dude. It really is. It's so beautiful with these biomes. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments. I do read every single comment. Do you guys have any like family or friend traditions, or just traditions in you and your partners, or just you in general, like by yourself, whatever it is? Like, do you have any traditions for the 4th of July? Obviously, if you don't live in America, then probably not, because you don't live in America. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys do for the 4th? You know, maybe give me some ideas. We usually go to a lake and stay in a house, and we shoot fireworks off, and we grill, or we do like a fish fry or something like that. But just mainly with family, you know, spend some time together with family. I think that's always nice. We've done that since I was a little kid. Obviously, you know, the last 4th of July was a little hard, just the first 4th of July without my dad. But I wanted to make this one special and get like a bunch of fireworks and shoot them off in his honor or something. I don't know. I just have very fond memories of shooting fireworks off with my dad, which still is a wild thing to think. We like spend all this money on these things that just go up into the sky and explode. I don't know. But you can thank the Chinese for fireworks. They invented fireworks and gunpowder, which were used in the first fireworks probably. But the Chinese did invent fireworks. So thank you to the Chinese people for fireworks. Everyone likes fireworks, I think. I mean, I know some people, obviously, you know, they have, you know, maybe PTSD or something. Those people don't like fireworks. A lot of animals don't like fireworks, but luckily where we go and shoot them, it's in the middle of nowhere. There's no one around. There's nothing around. So I think it's okay. All right, I do not have my elytron. I don't even have it with me. So I'm going to be extra careful here. I did build this where I could fall into it, which is nice. I was thinking ahead there. Okay, I'm going to repair all these tools, so I'll see you guys in just a bit. You know, maybe we'll film a little bit of it. You guys, honest to God, can't hear my Roomba, though? How many times have I asked that in this series? I don't even want to know. I am curious, because it's pretty loud. God, this thing amazes me that it works. I just, mending is so nice. It is such a nice thing. Can I, like, open that? I mean, what does that benefit? Let's not play with fire here. Okay, let me repair my stuff. I just realized we don't have mending on our axe. How do we not have mending on our axe? Why did we make it netherite if we didn't put mending on it? Because it's maxed out. It's efficiency 5, fortune 3, unbreaking 3. Very odd. Is there any hiding enderman? Because we can't fly away this time. We've got to walk like the old days. Oh, I hate this. 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 I don't know what to do. I actually have no idea what to do. We're just going to have to swing and walk backwards. Where did they come from? Where did they come from? It's all water. Where did they come from? Legitimately, where did they come from? You know what I mean? Like, usually I'd be like, you know, oh, I understand. Oh, they're behind me. This is great. Okay. All right. Well, let's just put the totem in our offhand. They can't go in water. Okay. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I guess we should have always flown away from our Enderman XP farm. I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, can I? Huh. So I guess, I know you could hear the Roomba right now. So I guess a bug, okay, game mode, creative. So I guess a bug ended up killing us. After all this time, a bug ended up killing us. You know, a hardcore world only runs for so long, and I didn't expect this. I didn't plan this. I was in the middle of working on a project. Where did they teleport to? This is what I want to know. They cannot teleport on top of fence. They cannot teleport on top of a waterlogged block. Did I mess up somewhere? Is there some block that is not waterlogged? There is not a block that is not waterlogged. Not in here. I mean, like, they can't stand in a one block area. I guess it was just one block here, but I don't think so. I don't know. Like, I legitimately have no idea. I do know that that sucks. I guess I could have grabbed an ender pearl and like thrown it up and then hoped it landed, but I guess at some point I really should have secured this, dude. Like I really should have secured this, shouldn't I have? Oh man, I really liked this world a whole lot, dude. Like a whole lot. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Oh, this will be one that's forever in my memory. It really is. This is this one will always be here, dude. Let's go back. Okay. I guess we can just go into spectator. Oh. You know, one thing that I never did was I never organized the rail. So I think in the next world, I definitely want to organize the rails better. Because I like the rail systems that I have, but they're a little tricky. So I think, you know, if we had basically made like a bunch of these kind of rows like this, all out of the same material, it would have probably looked a little better. And we could have, you know, made them like side by side and put redstone blocks below them. But I don't think that's an option anymore. You guys know why I'm still on the world. Like I'm still here, you know, there's a lot of good stuff in this world. But I guess the turtles will never see their turtle sanctuary of greatness. How did that even happen, dude? I even looked. Remember, I looked, and if you go back in the clip, I looked. I said, "There's no enderman out here, right?" Nope. And then I go out, and then they just like they flood out. But they can't teleport to a waterlogged block, dude. I don't know. I guess I did it wrong. But I think, if anything in this world is true, it's that Bullet, and Dancing Bullseye, Mrs. Kitty, Mr. Buddy Man, Mr. Axolotl. Oh man, you're gonna make me cry, man. And Belissa. You guys were the true goats. You really were. You were the true champions of this series. And Bullet. I don't think we said Bullet. Obviously Bullet. We gotta ride you one last time, buddy. You guys are free to leave. You could do whatever you want. Not that you were like imprisoned or anything, but let's take Bullet on one last ride, man. One last ride. We gotta leave him in a good place. Dude, this was such a good series though, right guys? Like, I mean, every series has to have an end. You know, I didn't want it to end now. I really didn't, dude. This kind of messes up my plans. I had so many plans for this world, dude. But it's just, everything has an end. And I think that's the beauty, right? That there is an end to everything. If it was always forever, then there's no beauty. Maybe not in every case. But one last adventure, man. We're going to take you to the top of a beautiful hill. And we're going to say goodbye to the world. One last adventure. We'll log in and we'll check on Bullet every once in a while, right? It's not gonna be a you know, forever thing that we're no longer on here. You know what we can do? Actually, how many days did we pass? Day 1,436. Come on, Bullet. One last journey. One last journey. We're gonna give him enough hay to survive forever. And we're gonna do one last journey. Man, this is hard, dude. This is hard. We're obviously gonna start another hardcore. I'm not saying we're starting it right now, but we'll start another one. We're heading back to where we adventured with Bullet the most. Back to the top of this stony peak where we got so much stuff. We really did. We got so many resources over here. Bullet really was the goat here. Helped us get over here in the early days. We're going to take you to the top of the mountain. The top of the peak. I don't know if we want to get you all the way up there, man. I feel like that's a little dangerous. We'll take you over to here. This looks like a little flatter over here. And don't mind that hole. That was not for bullet. that was not for bullet. No. Okay, buddy. It's been a good run, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it has. Okay. We'll give him enough hay to make it through. Well, really forever. We'll put the pile of hay down here. How about that? I feel like this will last Bullet forever before he can start his own farm. Okay, Bullet. You know what you mean to me, right? Dang, dude. Dang, dude. I gotta look at the house one last time. I can't look at Bullet anymore, man. I actually can't do it. We gotta go look. Are you not loading? Oh, I'm in Spectator. We gotta go look at this bad boy one more time. Just one more time. Oh, the Turtle Sanctuary of Greatness. Never saw the turtles, man. It can see the turtles. It can see the turtles. I got you, buddy. Where is this? Spawn turtle. Oh, we still have the old spawn eggs. The Turtle Sanctuary of Greatness. Okay, guys. Well, I can't say that I'm happy about this, like, whatsoever. I wasn't bored of the world. I wasn't done with it. I had so much more planned. I was so excited. I've just been busy. That's why there hasn't been a ton of episodes. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't want it to be like this. Like I really... dude. What am I gonna do, man? What am I gonna do? I don't know how to do, like, time the next series or anything. Like, I don't... Oh, when I go into Spectator, oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. There will be another hardcore series. I think that's like a definite. But to everyone new who found me through this series, thank you guys for watching it. I really do appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it. I wish that, you know, that we could have done more and maybe, you know, not died. But we did a lot. We got a beacon. We defeated the weather. We defeated the Ender Dragon. We did literally everything you can do in a Minecraft world. We got full netherite gear, full mending. But that's not, I think, the part of the game that is the most fun. I think the most fun is the adventure you have along the way, the things you make, and the friends you make. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. There will be a Skyblock series coming out tomorrow, so there will be more videos from me, but they may not be the ones you exactly want to see. But I enjoy the Skyblock a whole lot, and I think a lot of you guys do too. But oh, dude, why? Oh my god! Look at all the... Well, yeah, I guess all the entities, and as you can see, you know, those. If I could turn FOV low, all my item frames are still loaded in. And my minecart's still going. This minecart? Why are there minecart chests? Oh, those must be in, like... Oh, well, there's my farm. But yes, everything good does come to an end eventually. And I don't think it's a sad thing. I think it's just the way things go. Do I have my entity render distance turned up like some ridiculous amount? Is that what's been... Dude. That's the whole reason that... Oh, man. That is 120% the whole reason this thing was lagging so bad. How long has it been like that? How long have we been at 500%? Is it... How is it in here now? Let's go back to, like, game mode survival. I don't know if anything's different, but... It's fine in here now. Right? Like, I mean, it's still, like, 60. It's a little lower over there. But then if we go to here and turn it to 500... I don't know. It doesn't actually seem any worse. I don't know. Either way, this should be on 100. You don't need to see things that far away. But yeah, there will be a Skyblock series that comes out because the new season literally launches tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you won't be missing me. There will still be a lot of Neo out there. We will start a hardcore series at some point. I don't know when. I think probably when Optifine comes out for 1.21.6, which I believe is releasing. I think it's already out now. But yes, thank you guys legitimately for giving me a shot and watching me during this series. Why are all the turtles staring at me? You guys are making me nervous, but I do appreciate you guys. A lot of new fans came because of this series, and a lot of old fans came back. And I don't like to think of you guys as fans. I like to think of you just a lot of the old community came back, and we gained a lot more community now, which is just a very heartwarming thing. And it shows me that I can still make the kind of Let's Plays that I want to make, that I enjoy making. I think my next series might be like an old Minecraft Let's Play, but I don't know. Like a beta 1.7.3 modded Let's Play, if I can find a way to get it to work without crashing. I think that would be beautiful to do. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know. But, oh, man. I've been yapping long enough. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the launch of Rainy Day, and I'll also see you in the next series if you're not interested in that. But yeah, check the comments for all the info if you're curious. But yeah, you could talk to me on Discord or whatever. Go talk to me about how I died in hardcore. I hang out in the VCs, especially a lot around launch, so you can come yap at me about, oh, I should have turned around and thrown an ender pearl and swapped it, because I know, like, I had an ender pearl in my inventory. I could have swapped it and thrown it. I just, thinking back on it, but when you're in the moment, I'm like, oh, I'm trying to put the totem on, but the concern is falling into the void. The totem doesn't help. So, I could have grabbed my ender chest out, throw my shulker down and grab the thing out, but things happen for a reason, man. I'm a true believer of that. Okay. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. No high-pitched bye this time. Goodbye.